This is a story called Cradle Swapping. Alicia and George are a couple in their late 20s who have just become pregnant for the first time, and they can't wait to welcome their tiny little bundle into the world. The pregnancy goes smoothly, and on the 12th of July 2010, Alicia gives birth to a beautiful baby girl called Amelia Rosetta May. However, another young woman has just given birth to a beautiful daughter. She had the baby on the exact same day and in the same hospital. The woman's partner is planning on selling the baby to an adoption agency for the money. That day, both babies were put into the hospital nursery so that their mums could get some rest. Baby Amelia was born perfectly healthy, but the other baby, Melinda, was born sick because their mum took drugs during her pregnancy. Baby Melinda's mum didn't want her baby to be put up for adoption, but the father was giving her no choice. However, the father knew that the adoption agency wouldn't be able to place a sick baby, so he swapped his baby with baby Amelia. When Alicia and baby Amelia were discharged from hospital, Alicia's mum kept saying, "Are you sure that you've got the right baby? I mean, she doesn't look like any of you." "Mum, she's a newborn baby. You can't always tell who they look like at this stage," said Alicia's sister Alice. "Well, all my kids look like me and your dad, right from birth." "Well, she has her mummy's eyes. She has her mummy's blue eyes, my nose and her mummy's mouth, and she's just beautiful and perfect like her mummy," said George. When baby Amelia was about 2 weeks old, she still wasn't feeding properly. Alicia was breastfeeding and she wasn't latching on, so Alicia had to put her on formula milk. However, a week later she still wasn't feeding properly. She just kept crying all the time, so Alicia and George took her to the doctors. The doctor examined her and the whole time she screamed, and it was clear that she was in agony. The doctor called an ambulance and she was rushed to A&E. When they got there, the doctor examined her and did some blood tests. When the blood test results came back, they showed that baby Amelia had a lot of illegal drugs in her system, which could only have been passed on through her mother's womb. The doctor asked Alicia, "Did you take any illegal substances during your pregnancy?" "No, I didn't. I would never do that." "Well, your daughter has a lot of illegal substances in her bloodstream, and this could only have happened through your womb." "I don't touch drugs, doctor. I never have and I never will. You know, my mum keeps saying that she looks nothing like me and George, or anyone in our family. Could it be possible that she's not our daughter and someone else is our child?" "Yes, of course that's possible. I'll do a DNA test, and that will tell us one way or another if she is your daughter." The DNA test was done, and the results showed that Alicia and George were not Amelia's birth parents. No one could understand how this had happened, so they looked at the CCTV footage. It showed a man taking the real baby Amelia out of her cot and swapping her with another baby girl. The couple were devastated, but then George said, "Hey, hang on a minute. I remember that guy. I was talking to him and he didn't come across as very friendly. He was wearing a uniform and I'm sure it said William's Garage on it. I'm sure he said his name was Mark and the garage belonged to his brother-in-law. Like I said, he wasn't very friendly or clean. The police zoomed in on the CCTV footage and one of them said, "Hang on, I know him. His name's Mark Walker and he's known to us for all kinds of offences. He's what you call a career criminal. He's also a dangerous man and not someone you want to get on the wrong side of. I think we need to pay him a visit. If you see him, do not approach or confront him. Let us do our job, please." The police went to his last known address, but he wasn't there and a new family were just moving in and they had no idea who he was. The police then went to the garage where they suspected he worked and when they arrived he was there. However, as soon as he saw them he ran through the back of the building. His brother-in-law gave them his home address and the details of where he liked to go. When the police got to his home address, he was there, and he tried to run, but they managed to stop him and arrest him. When they went in the house, it was full of drugs, and Mark's wife, Elsa, who was baby Melinda's mum, was lying in a pool of blood after being severely beaten by Mark. She was rushed to hospital and the police took all the drugs away. Whilst they were in the house, they found the paperwork with the details of the adoption agency on. They went to the adoption agency and got the details of the couple who'd adopted baby Melinda. When they went to their home address, one of the officers said, "It's okay, you're not in trouble. Are you Mr. and Mrs. Clark?" "Yes, that's us," answered the man. "We need to speak to you about the baby you recently adopted. The adoption agency was completely illegal and they shouldn't have given you the baby. Also, you didn't receive the baby girl you were supposed to receive. The baby you received was swapped in the hospital with the one you were supposed to adopt. The baby you took home was strong and healthy, but the baby you were supposed to adopt wasn't. She was born with drugs in her system, and her father knew that the adoption agency wouldn't take her, so he swapped them over. He's now been arrested and he's facing charges for several offences and a very long time in jail. The adoption agency has now been closed down and they too are facing charges and time behind bars. We have to return the baby you have to her natural parents. However, the other baby's mum wants you to foster her while she's in rehab if you're willing to." In between tears, Mrs. Clark said, "Why is this happening to us?" "I don't know, but you'll get all of your money back. Are you in a position to take baby Melinda?" said the police officer. "Yes, of course we are," said Mrs. Clark. Baby Amelia was returned to George and Alicia, and the Clarks took baby Melinda. However, when the case went to court against Melinda's dad, he managed to escape from the court by kicking one of the prison guards and headbutting the other one. He ran out of the courtroom and then left the building through a fire exit. The police searched for him, but they couldn't find him. Then about a week later, he was found at his home address as he'd gone back to get his belongings. He was arrested, but he headbutted one of the officers, knocking him out. Then the other officer tried to detain him. When the other officer tried to detain him, he headbutted him, breaking his nose, smashed his head on the pavement, and then he escaped again. The police put him on high-risk alert, telling the public not to approach him, but if they see him, to call them straight away. Thankfully, an off-duty police officer spotted him going into a pub, and he called the station to call for backup. This time the man was arrested and put in jail on remand. On the day he went to court, he was handcuffed to two prison officers, and there was 4 stood behind him and several police officers in the courtroom in case he tried to escape again. He'd committed 8 offences in total, including bank robbery, and he was sentenced to 30 years in jail without the possibility of ever getting parole. Baby Amelia was back with her parents, and baby Melinda was being fostered by the Clarks until her mum was released from rehab, and then she went to live with her. The Clarks adopted another baby girl and her twin brother through a legal adoption agency. However, about a year later, Mrs. Clark discovered that she was pregnant, and her husband were overjoyed because they'd been told it would never happen. Everyone kept in touch, and believe it or not, baby Melinda's mum, Elsa, married one of the police officers, and they went on to have 6 more children together. The end. Hope you like it, guys. Remember, if you're watching on YouTube, please feel free to like, share, comment and subscribe. If you're watching on Facebook, please feel free to like, share, comment and to go to my YouTube channel and subscribe. Thank you for watching, everyone. See you later. Love yous. Bye.